the magnificent queen Anthurium warocqueanum. The leaves are unique by their dark green color, thickness, and leathery feel, as well as by the silver venation that become more pronounced as the plant matures. The Anthurium warocqueanum, also known as the queen Anthurium, is a magnificent houseplant that is popular for its ability to grow immense velvety green leaves that are as thick as cardboard. It is an unusual plant species from the family of Araceae that many of us know because of the monstera plant, with an eccentric look, a true houseplant gem. Anthurium warocqueanum, or queen Anthurium. The Anthurium warocqueanum, also known by its more common name, queen Anthurium, is a perennial plant native to the tropical rainforest climates of central and western Colombia. In the wild, the queen Anthurium is often an epiphytic plant, meaning it can be found growing on the surfaces of other plants and trees instead of in the soil. It has gorgeous foliage and can grow up to 2 meters tall. The leaves are unique by their dark green color, thickness, and leathery feel, as well as by the silver venation that become more pronounced as the plant matures. There's a common conception that the queen Anthurium is a true diva among houseplants when it comes to plant care, and though it probably won't make the most ideal beginner plant, with these key care tips you can make it thrive indoors. The magnificent queen Anthurium warocqueanum houseplant picture via Travaldo's blog. A somewhat picky attitude. The Anthurium warocqueanum are notorious for their challenging care, thanks to their somewhat picky attitude when it comes to light, temperature, and watering needs. Let's go over a few aspects of care for this houseplant so you can create the optimal conditions for this tropical beauty to thrive. Light. Like most Anthuriums, the warocqueanum doesn't require direct light but more medium indirect light. If you're using grow lights, keep them a bit further away from the bulbs. If your plant is outdoors, you may want it to rest in partial shade. Avoid allowing direct sunlight to touch Anthurium warocqueanum. Bright light will actually burn this plant's beautiful leaves and cause damage. Watering. This will depend based on the substrate grown in. Since Anthurium warocqueanum it's an epiphytic plant, it can grow in a soil-less substrate. I keep it in bark and moss and water when the moss feels dry until the water comes through the bottom of the pot. Humidity. These plants need very high humidity. This doesn't mean that they cannot grow and survive in lower humidity conditions, but a humidity above 70% is best. Make sure you are providing sufficient air exchange. Air circulation is very important to an Anthurium warocqueanum. They are susceptible to damage on the leaves when the airflow is not sufficient. Extra tips. Feed your plant during the growing season and keep the substrate evenly moist. Don't let it dry out too much, as the queen Anthurium doesn't tolerate dry conditions. Why is the Anthurium warocqueanum expensive? Anthurium plants in general tend to sell on the expensive side, but queen Anthurium plants can be especially pricey. These tropical houseplants are prized for their lush and beautiful appearance, and that, as well as their status as a somewhat uncommon houseplant, makes them a more expensive purchase than some other plants.